Welcome to the Parenting Roundabout Speed Round, where we answer a quick question every day to keep our group chat fun going all week long. It seems like over the past year or so in my house, we are playing round robin with jury duty notices. One comes in for one member of the family, we resolve that, and then another member of the family receives one. We haven't actually had to go on jury duty yet in this recent spell. Both of my kids have received jury duty summonses, and they have had reasons not to do it, so they've been postponed. We will see what happens then. But I just got out of one a few months ago. I mean, my number just didn't come up. I was going to go do it. I was prepared to go do it, and then you call the night before, and they say, never mind. So I thought it would be interesting to talk to y'all. Do you guys have you ever served on a jury? Do you have good jury duty stories? I have one, but Catherine, what's your experience been with juries?
I did serve on a jury when I lived in New York, in Manhattan. When you live in Manhattan, you basically get called for jury duty like every 2 years on the dot because they need you.
Yeah.
And this was a long, long time ago, but I did get called. I did get put on a jury. It was a criminal case. It was a drug dealer, and it was really fascinating. I mean, it was such a cross section of people, obviously, that were on the jury with me. And when we were deliberating, there was a question of whether there had been some evidence found in the squad car after the alleged criminal had gotten out of the car, and the defense was arguing like he was handcuffed. There was no way, this was from some other thing, and the cops were arguing like, the car was searched before he got in, the car was searched after he got in. This is, and so I'll never forget this little old lady in the jury while we're deliberating goes, well, I tried it at home. I handcuffed myself and sat on the couch and tried to stuff something behind the cushions. I could do it.
Gosh, that's dedication right there.
So that right there was my jury experience. And we did convict the guy. But we all felt, we felt like the gravity of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like nobody did it lightly. Even the one who did her own experiment. And it was, it felt like, wow, we are really we have this responsibility and we take it seriously. So. Yeah.
I remember the first trial I was on. I've been on a number of them, but it was in Los Angeles, and it really brought home that TV dramas about the legal system are made up and written out because we had the prosecutor in our case just was not ready for prime time. He was halting in his speech. He was very bad. I was like, from watching TV dramas going, no, say it this way, do it this way. The defense attorney was much slicker. So even though it was clear to me that the guy was guilty, the prosecutor was just so uncompelling, and the defense guy was so much better that it swayed people. And I remember in the jury room there was some doubt as with Catherine's case, and there was just one lady in there who just believed the police officers have it out for everybody, and she was just not going to change her mind. We talked about the evidence every which way, and finally we were a hung jury because she just would not change.
Interesting.
So, yeah, so that was frustrating. My first experience with the benevolent ways of being a jury, and have a verdict. How about you, Amanda? Have you been on a jury?
I haven't, and I think that's because I live in a sort of a very small state. We don't have as many big kind of everyday trial kind of things coming up. I've been part of kangaroo courts, right? Like, but we're judging people without like the benefit of a jury. No, I really haven't. That sounds awful, but
I do that every day on Twitter.
And nor have I been on the other side of a jury, and I just would like to make that clear too. I think it's important to know. Just so. But I have seen a lot of TV dramas, and I always think, I bet that doesn't work that way. I always think that, yeah.
Some of them need a script, I think, would be helpful. Yeah. Nicole, have you ever been on a jury, or do they have jury duty in Canada? Did you do it there?
Yes, we have jury duty in Canada.
In the same way that we do, where you get the thing in the mail.
Yes,
and
you get summoned.
Okay.
Yeah. However, I think maybe only twice in all the time I lived there that I've been summoned for jury, and both times I was working and was able to defer it. So when I came down here, it was a whole other story, because it's like every other week I've got something in the mail. And the irony is that my husband and my son and I, we can't serve on a jury because we're not American.
Yeah.
But, every year, or not every year, every time we send in that form and say that we're not American citizens, we can't serve, does it not go into a database or something? I don't know. It just,
Apparently not.
Maybe they think that we're going to go and get our citizenship.
Well, that's true. And then you would have to step up.
And then I'd have to step up, yes. So,
Yes.
so now we are, we're in this kind of limbo mode where we are constantly getting letters, but we are not able to serve the country that we live in.
Have any of you guys ever done, Catherine, have you ever done a grand jury? Since you
No.
I did that one. That I liked, because it's bad because you have to go like a day or two for 10 weeks. But there's that weight that you were talking about is not there, because you're just deciding whether or not it goes to trial. You're not deciding anybody's fate.
Right.
So the burden of proof is much less, and you can just not feel like, if I make the wrong decision here, I'm ruining somebody's life. You're just sending them to trial. You're just costing the taxpayers money. It's not that big a deal.
See, to me, and that, Catherine said it well, that gravity of holding somebody's fate in your hands, I'm not sure what I would do with that.
Well, and the judge in the case that I was involved in, he did tell the jury afterwards that, we did a good job, and he agreed with our decision. So that was kind of helpful.
That's a
You didn't tell
relief,
him that
yeah.
the lady doing the demonstration in
No,
her car,
we
did you? Might be a problem with that.
Wow.
Well, that's going to be it for today's speed round. Come back tomorrow for another question, and visit parentingroundabout.com for all your group chats and other weekly episodes.